Hello, and thank you for watching this Skype lesson video. In this video, we're going to cover the top 10 keyboard shortcuts. So let's get started. So we have a Word document open, and I typed in some text here. So now let's say I want to highlight all of this text, or select all of this text. What I can do is hold down Ctrl and select A. And that is a select all. Now this not only works on Word documents or Excel documents, it also works on websites. I can select all by doing Ctrl A. It also works on files. Now I have a folder open here, and I'll do a Ctrl A, and now I've selected every file inside this folder. The next thing we're going to cover is control clicks. Now this isn't really used too much in Word documents or for selecting words, but control clicks can be very useful for files and folders. So now let's say I want to select a certain amount of files, like this file, this file, this file, this file. So what I can do is click on one file, hold down the Control button on the keyboard, click another file, and so on and so forth. So now, while I was clicking all these, I was holding down the Control button. Now that I'm done, I can release the Control button. So I'm going to hold down the Control button again to select a couple more. So now let's say I select this one by accident. What I can go ahead and do is continue to hold down the Control button and click it again. Now this way I still have all these selected, but I've unclicked this one. So now if I want to unclick a couple more, I can hold down Control and click a couple more. And those will be unselected while I still have these selected. And the next thing we're going to cover is the shifts click. So in this case, let's say I only want to select from here to here, but everything in between. Now we can do this with the Control button. Click on this, hold down Control, and click all the ones in between. But if we have 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 files to click, this could be a bit tedious. So we'll click on our first file, hold down Shift, click on our last file, and this will click everything in between our first click and our second click. Now let's say we want to skip this picture, but select the next two. We'll hold down Control again, and just click on these two pictures. An easier way to do that would be select the first one, hold down Shift, click the last one. Now we'll hold down Control and select what we don't want. In that case, it was just this one picture that we didn't want. So we'll hold down Control, click on the picture, and as you can see, it's been taken out from this selection. Those three keyboard shortcuts made up our selector category, our selector and highlighter category. Our next category will be the editor category. In this category, we cover things to do once you've selected what you want to select. So the first thing that we'll cover is the copy command. So in this case, I'm going to hold down Control and A to select all of the text. And now I'm going to hold down Control and C to copy. So I'm going to press Enter a couple of times and go down here. And we're going to learn our next shortcut, which is going to be Control and V as in Victor. So we'll go ahead and do Control V. And as you can see, that's our paste command. So that pasted what we just copied. So I can go to our pictures, and I'll select this, hold down Control, select this picture and this picture. Now I'm going to do Control C. Now click on the desktop and do Control V. And now I've copied these three pictures and put them on my desktop. And again, this copy and paste will work on copying from websites or PDF documents, anything that you have open, be it text or, again, files or folders. So the next thing we're going to cover is cut. So to do cut, what it really does in one keyboard shortcut is two things. So we're going to highlight this text here and then do a Ctrl X as in X-ray. And what this Ctrl X or cut will do is first copy the text and then it will delete it. So Ctrl X and it copied the text and deleted it. And I'll go down and do a Ctrl V for paste. And as you can see, it pasted the text back in. So now again, to show it, I will just do this middle line here, Ctrl X, and then click over here and Ctrl V. And again, this works for files. I can select these two files here by using my control click, Ctrl X, and it shows us that it's cut by making the files translucent. So this is basically saying I've copied these two files. I'm waiting for you to paste it. Once you paste the files, I'll go ahead and delete the files. So I'll click on the desktop and I'll do Ctrl V for paste. It deleted the files here and pasted them here on the desktop. And I'll go ahead and put these two files back. So that's Ctrl X or cut. The next thing we're going to cover is the undo. So we just went over the cut and we cut this line out of here, the middle of here. So what I'm going to do is a Ctrl Z as in zebra, and this is our undo, because I'll Ctrl Z. And what that did was undid me pasting that text in there. So I'll undo it again, and it put the text back that I had cut. So now where this really comes in that it's great is sometimes I'll do a select all and select, as you can see, all these files here. And then by accidentally I'll move them to a folder I didn't want to move them to, or I will delete them by accident, which has happened. And in this case, what you can do is a Ctrl Z, which is our undo. So let's say I select this row of pictures here. I'll hit delete, send it to the recycle bin. And now I'll do my Ctrl Z, and it brought the pictures back from my recycle bin and put them back in here. It's important to note that you can't delete files and then close the window and then open the window back up and try to undo. You can only undo things that have been open in front of you. And again, if you're in a text document and I close this text document and open the text document back up, I can't undo things that were in my previous session. Now the next thing we're going to cover is the redo. So I'm going to go back into my Word document, and first I'm going to undo back to the beginning of me typing into, well, the Word document. So now if I do Ctrl Y, I'm going to do a redo. So this re-puts in what I've undone, sort of like an undo of an undo, or redo. So I'm just holding down Control and tapping Y and bringing back everything that I've really undid before. So now if I go here, the last thing that I did was I tried to delete this row of pictures. So if I do a redo, it's going to try and delete these row of pictures. And that's the Control Y or redo. And now we're going to cover our last category of the keyboard shortcuts, which is the miscellaneous category. So our first keyboard shortcut is print. So we'll hold down Control and tap on P. And this brings up the printer where we can go ahead and just click OK to print. And this works on, again, Excel documents, Word documents, PowerPoint, websites. I can go ahead and click Ctrl P here and click print. And now our last keyboard shortcut, and my favorite keyboard shortcut, is the Find or Ctrl F. And now why I like Find so much is a lot of times I have to read 100-page documents or something of that sort to just find one word that I'm really looking to study or go over. So in this case, I just do a Ctrl F and then type in what I'm looking for. So I typed in text here because it pops up a couple of times. We'll go to Find Next, and as you can see, it's following it every time that it pops up. And now it's gone through the whole thing, it found it every time, and now it says that's the only time that I see it in this document. And again, this works on PDF documents, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, anything that you have that has text on it. And I'll go ahead and open up a website. And I'll do the Ctrl F here. And as you can see, this window popped up on the top right. Type in lesson, hit enter. Now, it's highlighting all the times that the word lesson comes up, and it tells us how many times it came up. This has been a Skype lesson video on the top 10 keyboard shortcuts. If you have any questions or would like to contact us, please go to skypealesson.com, click on Contact Us on the top right, and above is our phone number, or you can fill out the form below and click Send Message to send us a direct email. Thank you for watching this video.